Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees.
Another episode of Hank and Myrtle's Adventures in the Trailer. There's Myrtle. Say hello, Myrtle. Say hello, Bessie Sue. Little Bessie Sue. Now, in today's episode, we're counting how many times the guy in the same white pickup truck drives by in the campground. You know, you always have these people. Hello, say hello, Bessie Sue. You always have these people that just can't stay in their campsite. They're just always getting in their truck and driving laps around and around the park. This guy has driven by 7 times this morning alone. So we're going to count how many times today he drives around the park. Adventures of Hank and Myrtle continue. Today we're going to try out the air conditioning system. Now you must take this seriously. See the steam coming from outside? That means that you gotta close the door if you're gonna run the air conditioning system. Little Betty Sue doesn't seem to have the idea of that yet. Myrtle, she'll get the door closed, and then we'll have 62 vents of air conditioning in here because we live in the southern heat climate, and we have 1 vent of heat. 16 vents of air conditioning, 1 vent of heat. That's just the way them trailers are. Today Myrtle's frying the burgers. Now I know this is a man's job running the barbecue, but we're going to let her give it a shot anyway. You can see how the talent differences between the sexes makes a difference on how much flame is hitting the burger and how properly cooked it is. This is how a woman cooks hamburgers on the barbecue. This is why this should be a man's job.
Well, hey, get out here and do
RV Camping 101. How to make a good fire. This is Myrtle's fire, and I think it's a great fire. It's gonna keep bugs away.
RV Camping 101 continued. On this episode, we're gonna just cover some of the covert operations in the RV living in the campground. You don't want the warden or the neighbors really to know about this, even though it's not real bad. But if your gray water tank's getting a little bit full, you can have that hose on there, just on your septic here. It's just draining underneath so they don't seize it from the road, and just open it a little bit, and then it lets some of the gray water out. Just make sure you pull the right valve, or you're gonna have chunky bits coming out from the other valve. You don't want that, so you just want to make sure just a little gray water comes out so you don't get too full after you have a shower.
Camping 101 continued. I'm Hank, and that's Myrtle out there. Now, today's segment's going to be about using the toilet in the RV. If you're going to use it, oh, hang on, there's a little mess there. You can clean that up a bit. Okay. If you're going to use the toilet in the RV, make sure you got enough toilet paper, and make sure it's good biodegradable toilet paper. Go down there so they don't give you no harassment. Then, the most important thing about using the toilet is you got to use the fan. If you don't use the fan, you could be in for a mess of trouble, and you won't get your wood wet that night. There. And now that draws out all the badness from the bathroom. And also make sure you hold it down just a little bit and fill up the water without opening the hatch at the bottom. Because if you don't fill the water in the toilet, it's gonna stick to the sides. And it sticks to the sides. I don't got no toilet brush that I brought with me. I have to get in there with my hands clean it up. No. So make sure you put the water in there, and then you could just let her go. Here we are. 500 miles into the great depths of Algonquin. There's proof right there. There's proof right there. There we are. That's right, way out in the bush. Now you tell me how you can drive a truck 500 miles through the pouring rain, no less, and it looks like that when you get here. You know why? I'll tell you the answer is a good wax. You need a good wax on your vehicle,
and then you just can walk along, wipe it with a little cloth, and even after 500 miles.
Now, today's segment is about using your LP gas powered barbecue. And you notice that the newer RVs have an LP gas extension socket right here that automatically attaches to your LP barbecue. Once you got that attached, goes on the side of your RV like that, then you can barbecue using genuine American-made LP gas. As you can see, it does a very good job. Make sure you're cooking genuine American-made hot dogs with your LP gas. Welcome back to another episode of RV Camping 101. I'm Hank, and this is Myrtle. Say hello, Myrtle.
Hey, Bert.
Today we're going to talk about my wood. Now, if you bring your own wood from home, good construction wood, or probably something maybe you cut down in your backyard a few years ago, make sure it's good and dry and doesn't have any of them Asian bugs in it. Now, if you put Asian bugs in it, it's going to kick you right out of the park. If you can see, if you have good wood, your fire's going to start like no problems at all. Don't leave your wood out in the ground in the middle of the night, because the neighbor and campers, they're liable to come take it, or maybe the rain cloud's going to come soak it and you'll have wet wood, and you don't want your wood to get wet.
That's what happened to Hank last night.
That's right, wet wood not good, right, Myrtle?
Yeah.
Right, Myrtle. So make sure you
Hank's
have
wood got wet last night.
That's it. You make sure you got good wood, or you'll get wet wood like I did. We don't camp. We RV. We are RVers. There is the wife of an RVer, right there. This is what RVers cook. This is how it's done. There's the cool truck. And the cool RV. Let the party begin with the cool speakers and the cool wife. Hot. She's hot. She's hotness. Ooh. Little party time by the fire later. Bring it on. Hey Myrtle, can you flush yet? Not yet. You got a little bit. Try again. Myrtle, you gotta let me put water in for you in the washroom.
Mommy!
Can you flush yet? Keep trying to flush. Should be enough for a flush now. Flush her down. Okay.